Hi, well, good morning and welcome to Ships and Shipping, coming to you from the viewpoint at the port of Felixstowe. You can see, I think it's an unusual sight at the moment. It's quite quiet here. In fact, it's unbelievably quiet. There isn't a single ship alongside. So we've just been down to actually film the MSC Roshni departing this morning, and after she went, the only vessel alongside is a DFDS ferry, and it looks like remaining that way for a lot of the day. It's quite quiet, and to be honest with you, it's a bit concerning, I should think, for the guys on the dock. But I guess they'll be busy again fairly soon. Who knows? But let's just have a look at the arrivals and see what we've got. We've got nothing much until this afternoon, when we've got MSC Mombasa coming in, and then we're back to big ships, thank goodness. Well, not for a couple of hours. We've got the Lido Express coming in, which is a relatively small ship coming in on Trinity 4, and then we've got a big ship, which is MSC Olivia, which is a 366-metre container ship coming in on berth 9. So she'll block quite a lot of our view, I think, but there you go. Let's just give you a proper view of the port itself, just for the mo. There we go. That shows you both ends of the port. So there's nothing on 8 and 9, and there's nothing on 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it's very, very quiet, and we've got to kind of ask the question, what's happening currently on the port's business transaction? It looked as if MSC and BlackRock kind of, well, I don't know whether they've lost interest, but they haven't kind of gone much further with the business transaction they were talking about with HP UK, which was taking over Hutchison Port's, some of Hutchison Port's portfolio, including the Port of Felixstowe. There was a deadline on exclusive discussions with MSC and BlackRock. From the HP UK point of view, there was a time limit on that, and that time limit apparently has now expired. Although CMA and CGM, start that one again, CMA, CGM, and China Shipping have actually made an interest clear to the owners. So who knows where it will go from here. But the port is obviously up for sale, and will doubtless be sold because it's too big an operation not to be. In other words, other people, whoever actually ends up buying it, other people are going to want to get to it, aren't they? So it should sell at some point. But the problem is that with an enterprise as massive as this, and probably an asking price as massive as this, then who knows really how long the discussions will take and how deep the discussions will get. We all know it takes a couple or 3 months to transact a house, which is maybe these days £500,000, as opposed to transacting a port of Felixstowe, which is probably more in the billions range than the millions range. So it's a big purchase. So there you go. But we're live today from the port of Felixstowe, which is a bit of fun from my point of view, fun to do. And if you've got anything to say, let's be hearing from you. What we got here? Okay, young Paul at UK Ship Spotting. Looks a bit empty. Well, I have to say, Paul, I love it. It does, doesn't it? It's if you're a port fan, there's so many of us are really. It is a big feature of our local scene, and if you're a big fan, as I am, and Paul is, and lots of people are, then it's sad to see this kind of thing. And we also know the number of people whose wage packets depend upon the port. So there you go. I'm just going to mute my mic for a moment while I have a cough. There we go, that's better. Okay, let's get back to where we were. That's the one. Okay. So there, if you've got any views or anything to say or anything to take away from the conversation, I'd love to hear from you. No problem at all. We will be doing more, I think. We will be doing more live video from the port of Felixstowe, which will, I hope, be interesting. And we'll try and do more ships that come in live, because that, again, is an interesting area. But at least with this kind of transmission, you can see what sort of image quality we get and stuff like that. And we've now got a fairly good tech camera that we can use with a decent zoom lens and decent picture quality. I'm quite impressed with this, really. I hope, if I got it straight, I'd be even better. And that's just, you can actually get in, as you can see, you can get incredibly close there. So we will be able to bring you some work scenes from the port of Felixstowe, container moves, etc., as we've done before, but live this time. So if we've got any interesting ships along the tide, we should be able to catch them. There you go, we're live at the port of Felixstowe, and it's coming up for, I'm not entirely sure, coming up sort of 20 to 8. And I have to tell you, it's time I had a bit of black pudding with a fried egg and some bacon for my breakfast. So that's going to just about do us. We'll leave the camera running for another 3 or 4 minutes. There we go. And see. Oh, I see. Okay. Apologies for that. There we go. And we'll see how that all goes. But hopefully, as I say, we'll have a couple of ships in by overnight tonight. And then looking down the list, well, let's see what else we've got coming. Anything wildly exciting. Coming in at about probably near 10:30 tonight. Sorry about that, and we're back again. But it was one of those things when you interfere with another system, things overlap. Okay, my name's Chris. This is Ships and Shipping, and we're going to say thank you very much indeed for watching, if you have been. If you want to catch up with us later, we'll be delighted to hear from you. Your comments and views are welcome. We may not agree with you. On the other hand, you don't have to. Okay, I'm Chris. This is Ships and Shipping. We'll say thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Okay, take care now.